Hello? Anybody there? Hello? Anybody there? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Is this on? Can't see any chat yet. Let me check. 52 people watching. Let me see. Let me just see here. Do that. Do that. Can I see the chat? 109 people watching, but I can't see chat closed. Why is the fucking chat closed? Put that on. Events. What the fuck's the chat? Where's the chat? Right, there's the chat. Hello? Notification good, right, I can see it. Why is the fucking chat closed there? Interesting. I can't see the chat on the screen. Chat closed. What if I do that? Recent events are visible. Take that off. Where's the fucking chat? Right, I want to be able to look at chat in a minute. I'll take. Where's the chat? Can I see the chat on the fucking phone? Right, I can see it there though. Let's call him mean names, says Vape Dad. Right, I can see that, mate. I can see that. Right, let me just tell everybody. I can't see the chat on the fucking. How can I not see it there? Do that. I don't know why I can't see the chat. Right, he's a second. Hell Whisker, thanks for gifting that sub. Right, I'm just going to send this out. Hanslim, thank you very much for subbing for 5 months. Congrats on beating your addiction limit and thank you for making bread no rusty. You're very welcome. Right, hold on, let me just tell everybody. I am live on my webcam making bread from scratch. Twitch.tv /Limmy. Right, show me. Right, that's that. Kieran, thanks for 7-month resub. Where the fuck is the... Right, I better just get on it. Right, what do I need? Right. I got this flower. I got that flower. I wish I could fucking see that. If I put that there, what would happen if I put that? I don't. If I put that there, would you be able to see that fucking screen? Ah, you would. Don't put that there. Don't let these fucking bastards see that, man. Put it there. But then it's going to sit until get it. I need to get it. Put that there. Put that there. Aye, that's it. Right. Right, that'll do it. Right. Here's a second. I've not done my hair, so stick a cap on. To everybody, see to everybody subbing right now, to all you folks subscribing and donating just now or anything like that, I can't see it right now, unless I lean right out there and go, how's that? So I'm just going to go on it, right? Aye, it's a mix of hiding the let me see, what's it? I've not done my hair. Let's see. Well, let's see how bad it is here. See, I've not done my hair yet. That's actually alright. You know, that's alright. I mean, that is in the shade, it is in the shadow, but I mean, that's no bad. Considering I've always been a bit, my hair's always been a wee bit fine anyway. The battery's fucking running out, so I need to get on with it. Right, here we go. Right, here we go. Right. I've got this flour here, I got this for Lidl, I don't know what this is like, but I wanted to get it on nice and cheap. That's for Lidl. What have I got? Here's what I've got. Strong white bread flour for Lidl. Dried yeast for Lidl. Right now. Use a second. I'm going to try and stop saying he's a second. Right. Scales. I've got these electric scales. That's the only thing that costs a wee bit of money. But that's it really. I do it by weight rather than millilitres, rather than by volume. So what I'm going to do, see yesterday on I think I said on Twitter I was going to do 500 grams of flour, and I said I was going to do 370 grams of water, 370 grams stroke millilitres of water, 1 sachet of that yeast, which is 7 grams I think, and 10 grams of salt. I read something saying, it should be about like maximum 70% hydration, meaning it should be 350 grams, kind of like max with the water. 500 grams of flour, 70% of that is 350 grams of water. Like if it was 500 grams of flour and 500 grams of water, that would be 100% hydration. 70% hydration is around about the maximum they say, but I'm sure I've went more. I'm sure I've went like 360, 370. But I'll just do 350 grams. If you go kind of higher than that, it makes it harder to knead. But the way I knead it, I do it this sort of way that I'm going to show you, right? No this, no that, or that. I don't do all that. You need it all a wee bit drier to do all that sort of stuff. But I do this thing that I'm going to show you. Right, again, to everybody who's subscribing and donating and all that, I'm going to thank you after this because I can't see it right now. I want to be able to keep up with it, right? So can everybody see it alright? Everything alright? Hairy back. I've got a hairy back, aye. Hairy back, hairy neck. Aye. Bit of bald bit. In my fucking head. Bags under my fucking eyes. Stupid grey fucking beard, grey hair. That's right. hair in my fucking ears, hair in my fucking nose. Actually, do you know what? I trimmed the fucking nose of my hair before coming on here, just 2 minutes ago. Just before I switched this on, trimmed the nose of my hair just in case yous all fucking had a go at me. Right, right, don't want to make any mistakes here. Let's start with a big bowl. Right. What I'm going to do is, I could just fucking do it and stop talking. What's the battery at there? 50%? That's fine, that's fine. Right. 500 grams of this. 500 grams of this. So I'm going to put that on. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you dare. I knew it. What? What? If there's no battery in this scales, that sits over. Oh good, it takes them. Is it that? I mean, I've no fucking... There you go, it's fine. You just need to... Right. So put the ball on. Low. What does that mean? Oh, low battery. Right. Right, wait a fucking second. Battery. Sorry, battery's here. Sorry, battery's just a second ago. Wrong size of battery. Wrong size. That's double A, needs triple A. Please. Please. Please, I beg you. Oh, wait. What have we got here? Right. Alright. One, two, three, four. What is it? Don't tell me plus and fucking minus. Show me the if it's a stick out a bit or the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. But these are fucking ran out and all. Right. He's all still there, good. Right. Put the ball on. Zero it. No, don't switch. No, I didn't say switch it. I didn't mean switch it off. I just meant, right, I've got to take that off again. You've got to put it on. Then press that, zero it. Right. 500 grams of this. 500 grams of this. Here we go. $509. Suppose you don't have to be utterly fucking accurate, but you may as well. May as well. If I look at me bang, because something sticks to the bowl. That's pretty much 500 grams of that. 500 grams of that, right? Has he even washed his hands? Yes. Haha, is he going to take the 9 grams out? Yes. I like to be accurate, may as well. Suppose it doesn't matter, but you may as well. Right, then I'm going to take this, that's 500 grams of strong white bread flour. Then I'm going to take, what's the battery? 47%. Put it in my back right pocket, the back right pocket at any trousers I'm wearing, any denims. That's my bin pocket. I always put my stuff in the back right pocket. See if I've got stuff in the back right pocket, I know right away, I can take anything at my back right pocket and bin the fucking thing without even needing to check it. See if you need to dispose of something without me checking it, put it in my back right pocket. I just reach in and I dump anything that's in my back right pocket. I don't even check. Right, put the yeast in. Here's the important thing. You put the yeast in one bit, right, like that, and then you're going to put the salt in another bit. You're not meant to mix it right away. You end up mixing it in just a second, but you're not meant to mix it right away. Salt kind of kills yeast, sort of, which is daft because you've got to do it anyway. That's just, they all come in these wee standard packs, like 7 grams or something like that. They always come in these standard packs. Dried yeast. That's for Lidl. You get them anywhere. Get one. Is that reversed? Is that reversed? No, isn't it? It's reversed for me. That's that. And then I'm going to put in 10 grams of salt. What's that? It's at 506. And then put it in at another bit. So 10 that fills 15. Right. Just like that. I'm not going to do anything with that just yet. I'm going to get now. I'll use 350 grams of water, right? Let me reset that. I'm going to use this bowl that my son had, and the water you use, you're not meant to use like cold water. Yeast, I think, likes it if it's just a wee bit. See when you're trying to, you're waiting for it to kind of rise or prove. They call it proving the first rise. And then the second one, I can't remember what they fucking call it, but if it's dead cold, it takes ages. If the room's kind of warm, it goes quicker. You know how the cold just slows everything down. If you use cold water, it's bad. It takes ages. So use kind of warm water, no hot water, but sort of just a wee bit warm. Right, and I'm going to use 350 grams. I normally go higher, but I'll just use 350 and just see how it goes, right? 350. Lukewarm, aye. Tepid. Right, give a second. Let's see if this is 350. Let's see if I got it spot on. Ah, the fucking weight of the bowl, idiot. Here's what I've got to do. first of all, put the bowl on. The bowl itself weighs 223 grams. Press that to 0 it. Right? If I take that off, it goes to minus. Now see if I walk away to fill this up, this thing switches off. So you've got to put something on the fucking thing, like that. Right. Let's see. 350. 500 even near it. Right. Pour a bit out. Few hundred in there, a bit more. 351, right, that's that. Right, you still following it? Has he not got a jug? I know, I've got a wee way of doing it, it's not quite right. What's a more efficient? Just pour it in your bin pocket, good idea. Get a jug. I know, there is one, I should just fill it up with that thing. I didn't actually think. I'm not sure if my jug goes up to 350 millilitres, but you're right. Never tried measuring water in grams. I've just read things that say. In fact, wait a minute. I think I've got wait a minute. I think I've got a measuring thing down there. Right, there we go. 350. Right, look at this. Right, look at this here. Right, this is it. I'm going to test it. Now that is fucking 351 grams. It says there, right? I'm trying to get 350. That's 350 grams. Now there's that. Now obviously it would be best if I just poured it into that, and even if that wasn't accurate, it's fucking accurate enough to be able to pour it into that, right? So here we go, this is it. It's 350 grams of water, going to be exactly 350, like right there. We're going to see. Right, here we go. This is it. Let me put that there anyway. Forget about the weight, right? This is it. It's exactly at the 350 bit. It's actually a wee bit less. So you're best to actually do these with the container. The water's actually went a wee bit cold, but the fantastic thing is I don't need to weigh it in there. I can just take a jug. You see, people weigh water with grams. It's a silly thing to do. Measure with a jug. Good man. Let's see. A little bit there. Right, that's it. Right, so here's what I'm going to do. There it is. Now I can switch it off now. Here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to mix that with dry horns. Go into a sticking to your right. I'm going to mix that yeast in a bit on its side, mix the salt in a bit on its side, and then I'm just going to pour all that water in, and I'm going to mix it all up. And see when it's mixed up into a good bit of dough, I'm going to put it here and I'm going to start kneading it. Now what's the battery at? 43%, we're alright. I'm going to do that for about just 5 minutes. Right, here we go. Now this is it. So I give that wee mix in there. Mix it, sort of mix it there. And then the salt there. So it's all kind of mixed a bit to begin with. And I'm just going to pour the whole fucking lot in like that. That's it, that's how I do it. That's pretty much it. Get some of that off, stick it onto that. You see this bowl? Now look at that, look how wet that is. Imagine kneading that, that would be all over your fucking fingers, look. Look how wet that is, look. Look at that. So that's 70% hydration, 350 grams of flour, 500 grams of flour, 350 grams stroke millilitres of water. So that's quite a lot of water for that, right? You know, make the flour the worktop? No, otherwise I would have done that. To the person who said that, you know, make the flour the worktop? No, otherwise I would have done that. See that bowl? I'm going to wash that right now because you can leave that to sit for a wee second because I'm going to put it back in that bowl. So I'm going to wash that right now to get it all ready. And you can leave that because the water will kind of spread to the flour that isn't wet yet. You know, you can leave that for a wee second. So hold on a wee second. I've been whistling Rosanna by Toto. See yesterday, I don't know if you can hear me alright, but see yesterday, when I was cycling, I put on, I played the song, I've Been Waiting for a Girl Like You by Foreigner on Spotify, and I did that song radio. And it took me a song by Journey called Positive Touch. And it reminds me of Rosanna. And he did a song called Rosanna and all. But see this, I've been listening to it on repeat. It's just some album song. Some kind of shite album song I've been listening to constantly. I'm drying the bowl because I'm going to put a wee bit of oil in that later for when I put the dough in. So you don't want oil and water to all mix. Right. Right. There. Right, so I'm going to. Here's how I knead this then. Put that there. Here's how I knead this. I pick it up, I pull it up in air, and then I pick it up this way and turn it and slap it down, and I pull it away from itself, put it air, and I do it. And the reason why you're doing that, according to what I've read, and sometimes it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, gluten in the bread is like wee elastic bits. And I don't know exactly what it fucking looks like under a microscope, but it's wee elastic bits. And you stretch it all about, and you stretch it into itself, and you stretch it around itself, almost like a fucking, if you've ever cut open a golf ball, it's made up of like all these fucking elastic bands and things like that. Kind of like that, to hold it all together, because then see, once you let this rise, the yeast, which is alive, it's alive, the yeast is alive, in there right now, it eats the flour, it eats the sugar in the flour, I think, and it expels air. In other words, either it burps or farts, I don't know what it is. And that's what makes the air bubbles, and that's what makes the whole thing rise. And when it does that, just you want the membrane to be nice and elastic, and all the gluten to be all sort of mixed and all wrapped about. Otherwise, just like a kind of wee thin bubble, it'll burst. So it'll go flat. Anyway, right, so here's what I do. So I'm going to do this for 5 minutes or so. That's 9:48 according to that, but that's a bit fast. 9:48, 9:49. It's just when. So I'm going to do it to about 5 past there. Right, so here's what I do. Look at that. Look. Pick up. That. But look at it. Look at it. Looks like I've made a cunt of it. Look at that. Looks like I've made an absolute cunt of it. It's too wet. Look at that. How are you ever going to make any with that? Looks like I've made an absolute cunt of it, doesn't it? So I'm just going to do this for 5 minutes. So just chat amongst yourselves. It sticks. That's why I don't put flour on the worktop. You want it to stick to the worktop, so you can pull it back, see, and stretch it. And see as it becomes a bit stronger, you can sort of flip it out a bit more to stretch it. Just getting rid of a wee bit of dough that was on my fingers there. Look at that. See how elastic it's getting? Try to stretch it out. Stretch it out and curl it in itself. Look, it's all holding together. Look at that, it's harder to kind of stretch it out now. I do this for about 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes I can't be fucked, I just do 5 minutes. But you should never do it for, don't do it for less than that. What's that? Well, I've been doing that for ages. Right, that'll do it. 10 minutes. No, fucked it. You can't do it for too long. I did it for 15 minutes. Fucking did it for ages. Just going to wash the bits of dough off my fingers in case wee bits that haven't been kneaded go into it. Don't know what that'll do, but I don't think it'll be good. Let's see. Right, so now I've got that. I've got this olive oil. You can just use vegetable oil, or I've got this garlic kind of olive oil. I just put a wee bit. Oh. Just a wee bit in the bowl, and I mix it around the sides of the bowl, because this is going to go in the bowl and then it's going to get bigger and you don't want it sticking to the sides. So do that. Because you want it to get about twice the size, that sort of red. And I sort of turn it around a wee bit in that, so it's all nice and slidey. There it is. Right. And see that? Some people say cover it. You're meant to cover it so that it doesn't, you know, the water in it doesn't evaporate, so it doesn't lose its moisture, because that would be bad. You want it to be wet, because when you put it in the oven, I think it's just generally good for it to be wet. I don't know if it's anything to do with yeast, but when you put it in the oven, that the water turns to steam, and that helps the the fucking bubbles inside. Anyway, so you don't want to lose all that. So some people say put a dishcloth in it. Some people say put cellophane in it, but let a bit of air in for the natural yeast that is floating about. It's fucking yeast or bacteria or something. I can't remember what it is, floating about all the time. But another thing you can do, which is put it in. I've got this big sort of bag thing. Stick it in that. I don't have to use that cling film. I can just use this bag again and kind of loosely just have it like that. And leave it. See, because the house is a wee bit cold, about 2 hours. Some say about an hour, but I don't know where the fuck they live. I don't know if they live in the fucking desert or somewhere, but no, if it's warm, it'll rise quicker, but you don't want to just stick it in the oven, like a kind of warm oven, because it goes too quick. You know, you might want to put, sometimes I've put it in the oven, then switched it off, waited a bit so it's a bit warm and stuck it in, but sometimes it rises a wee bit too much, and that's not meant to be a good thing. So you wait for about an hour or two until that gets about twice the size, and that'll probably get up to about there. And then you do something called knocking it back, or knocking it down, I'm not sure, where you just kind of take it out and you kind of flatten it down a bit, because it's all puffed up a bit. You flatten it down a bit, and you might think, well, why would you want to do that? Why have you waited for it to do that, like rising like a fucking like dough, and then do that? Because it's going to rise again. The yeast will keep on going, and I think the reason why you don't just shape the dough right now into bread, I think, and if some of you know better, you'll know that I'm talking shite here, but the reason why you don't shape it into a loaf right now, I don't know if it would hold its shape anyway, but you don't do it just now, and then just let it rise and then stick it in the oven, because see if you did it after just rising the once, I think it still tastes quite yeasty. I think you've got to keep it going for like about 4 hours or 3 hours or something like that for quite a long time. But if you just left it to rise by itself, keep on going for like fucking 3 hours, 4 hours, eventually the bubbles would get too much, and then it would just sort of collapse in itself. So what you've got to do is it'll rise the first time about twice the size of that. Take it out and you sort of knock it down, but don't completely fucking flatten it. Sort of just sort of pad it down a bit. Then shape it into whatever kind of loaf shape you want, and I'll be doing that later. And then it will rise again into that loaf shape for another like hour or two, till it's about sort of twice the size again. As in back to being twice the size again, because you've knocked it back. Remember, you've made it weird. And then you get a few slices that'll be then, because see when you put it in the oven, these slices expand. They allow the crust to sort of just open up instead of all drying up and no letting the thing get bigger. And then that's it. You bake the fucking thing. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that later. So I'm just going to leave that there. And now I'm going to take that up to my computer room. So I'm going to stop this stream. I'm going to go up. So I'm going to take that upstairs into my room where I've got the computer, and I'm going to fucking play a game or something for a couple of hours. And every now and again I'm going to show you that. That means this is going to go offline. And then when I restart the stream in say 5 minutes or 2 minutes, you're not going to get sent a notification, because you need to, because it's within 4 hours of my last notification, and Twitch has got a thing where it doesn't send notifications any more frequently than once every 4 hours. So make sure you either stay on here or come back here in fucking 5 minutes or whatever. So that's it. Right, so I'll see you in a couple of minutes. I'm not going to take this up, I'm going to stop this, and I'll see you on my computer. Right, there's I've got fucking olive oil. Right, hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you upstairs in just a second. Thank you.